I double dog dare you to find a better floor cleaner. It's finally here, my H15 Pro Heat. I remember seeing this online over in Europe and thinking, oh, one day that'll come here to the US. It's finally here and I'm so excited. So what makes this so special? I mean, I have the H14 Pro. Isn't that good enough? Well, I'm going to tell you what makes me so excited about this one. First of all, this has triple edge coverage. What that means is we already had full coverage on either side of the mop, but now it drops down a squeegee in the front to make sure you can get right against those baseboards. An improved anti-tangle solution to try to get all that gunk off of the roller and put it into the actual vacuum. So the thing that really makes this so special, the heat part of it, is that we finally are able to clean, not just wash the brush roller, but actually clean with hot water. This has probably been the #1 request I've heard for as long as I've been doing this, is people want to be able to actually clean their floors with hot water. It continues to clean the brush and dry it with hot air, so that's going to be the same. It continues to have the GlideWheel that helps you go forward and back, as well as 22,000 PA of suction. This is the strongest vacuum that I own now. Just really excited. Continues to be able to do the 180-degree lie flat design. So we'll break this open and see what we get. Instruction manual, extra brush roller. Now this brush roller, they say is different than the H14 Pro because it needs to be able to, bring in the hot water actually into the middle of the brush roller. So that's interesting to see. Little brush to completely clean everything out. A big bottle of cleaner. Wow, I'm impressed by that. They gave me a little one last time. Different looking filter. It's back to kind of being a square rather than the round one. Okay, let's get the big guys out. The handle, obviously. Okay, the base station. Looking at the base station, not very different from the H14. Looks very, very similar, but we will see. All right, well, it fought me a little bit getting it out of the box. So here we go, the star of the show, the H15 Pro Heat. Looks a lot like the H14 Pro. For some reason, I was given the impression that they'd gone back to a more of a circular or round top section, but really looks very similar. Ooh, I like this. This looks bigger. Yeah, that's bigger. I like that a lot. I guess on the H15 Pro Heat, it is still retained up here. I do think you mix that though together. All right, before we get too far, this is what I wanted to show. This little rubberized edge, it can drop down when you get to a baseboard. So it retracts up when you're going back and forth, but then when it gets to an end and stops, it goes down like that, squeegee back. I've also heard that this is very good about keeping floors really dry. So that's great. Ooh, I like that. That looks really premium. They've got the actual Dreame logo now in kind of silver there. I like that a lot. All right, well, let's plop the handle in, see what we got. Quite easy, of course, to get the handle in. Just pop it in. Oh, they were making a big deal about this. A lot of their new products have a 3-year warranty, which is great. That's their standard warranty with a 6-month extended warranty. Looks like it has kind of the same modes. Hot water mode, that's the new one. So I was expecting to see that. There it says hot water mode. So as you're going along, you'll press the button to actually switch over to hot water mode. And then there's an internal boiler that will heat up the water. And that's how you keep the hot water floor cleaning going. It does dramatically affect the battery, which is fine. That's to be expected. Anytime you're boiling water, it's going to require a lot of energy. So yeah, but I'm really excited for this. But looks beautiful. Feels about this, maybe actually a little bit heavier than the other one. I know one of the big things about the MOPPING M10 is that you can kind of push it right into the docking station. This one you still have to lift up a bit. But I mean, I did that with one arm. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm really excited. So with the cleaning solution, pop out the water tank, pour a cap full of this in. If you look at the cap, See how it has that little notch in there? It's perfect for pouring. So you fill a cap, fill up the water, and then dump a cap full of the cleaning solution in. Don't do it the other way around. This foams up a little bit. So if you try to put it in the cleaning solution and then fill up the water, you'll just end up with a whole bunch of bubbles, and you'll have to kind of, it's like a root beer float, you kind of have to wait for the bubbles to go down. So do the water, then pour in some solution. The joke last time I did this was that Chrissy's going to be so mad. I know one of my good friends, their son still says that. Chrissy's going to be so mad. Well, Christy trusts me now. She's seen these vacuums working, and she's not going to have a problem with this. So I put down some red sports drink, more like pink sports drink. We're going to put it in smart mode first and see what it comes up with. Here comes the dogs.
Smart mode.
Watch out. Alright, so we sucked up all of that sports drink in the first pass. That doesn't surprise me. So the mop roller goes ahead and sucks it up, and then it's able to then spin off and scrape off all of the liquid. Let's pretend like we had a really stubborn stain and we need to put it into hot water mode. So to put it in hot water mode, it's just another setting here. Hot water mode, as you can see, it starts to count. And when that gets to 100, then you've got hot water. What do you mean that squeegee there in the front? All right, we got hot water now. Yeah, you can feel it. It's a little bit warmer. Yeah. What I found is as you give it more time, it actually heats up the water more, so it gets even hotter. Here you can really see the triple edge coverage. As it goes forward, it's up. As it comes back, it drops that front squeegee. This not only helps you get right against baseboards, but also is able to keep your floors drier.
Start smart soaking self-cleaning with hot water.
Another thing this does better than the H15 Pro is it's smart about its cleaning and drying. So if the mop roller is not that wet, it doesn't dry it that much. Here's a bit of a novelty feature. The vacuum has the ability to be remote controlled, which means that in the app, you can make it go forward and come back just using the app. This is good for going underneath beds or underneath other furniture that maybe you can't bend down and get under. Bit of a novelty, but I like it. In the end, why do I think the H15 Pro Heat is worthwhile? Because it can actually clean your floors with hot water. Has the ability with that triple edge coverage to really get against surfaces and baseboards. More importantly, because of the larger water tanks and increased suction, it's just the best vacuum out there right now.